Yo, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, it's me again. Who else would it be? It's your man, talking about blue collar, talking about the world, talking about how blue collar can help a lot of you out there. And we talk about boiler business, and we talk about a little bit of everything as it pertains to our business, some other businesses out there. And we're here just to provide information as best we possibly can for you, the watcher, the listener, whatever the case may be. We appreciate you guys for being here. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button too while you're at it, man. Why not? All it's going to do is have our videos pop up for you. You can choose to watch them. You can choose not to. I find myself to be entertaining, but maybe you don't. That's okay. Watch it anyway, man. We have a lot of good information here. And we do really appreciate the growth that this channel has seen, and we put a lot of work into it. So again, thank you guys for being here. I hope you're having a great day. That's what it's all about. Life is short. We got to enjoy this. On this episode, I really wanted to speak to some of the managers and building owners for our business. We deal with a lot of buildings and a lot of building owners and a lot of business owners. And there are some ways and things and tricks and tips that I think we can help you in managing at least your heating equipment and the boiler rooms as a whole. And I'll keep you from getting violations, especially in the New York City area. You know, that's the thing, is like I can talk boilers with you all day, but you know, Boston and New York City and Canada and other countries and other states all have different things. But I always talk to you from my perspective. My perspective is New York City. So if you're a New York City business owner, or you're a New York City building owner, or you're a New York City building manager, this particular video is more geared towards you and some of the ways that I can help you on a lower level save some money. I always get these questions because, you know, we're living in some weird world. We're living in some weird times. And unfortunately, you know, taxes are high. The cost of living is high, especially in New York City. And most of the time when I'm speaking with business owners and building managers, we're always trying to figure out and finagle ways to save the building money. A lot of the times, the answers are things that will save you, but they'll save you over time. Some things will save you immediately, but most of the things you're going to see cumulative over time once we put certain things into place. Now, I've talked about this on some of my shorter videos, but as an example, we deal with a lot of steam heat in New York City. And with steam heat, you have a few factors of things that can be done instantaneous that, yes, it has an expense to it. Don't get me wrong. None of this shit is free. But there are programs also through NAT Grid. I believe Con Edison as well. But I know for a fact NAT Grid offers some upgrades and some kickback for higher efficiency stuff. So, you know, as a perfect example, when you have steam systems, you have main air venting and you have apartment venting, which is the air vents on the radiators. And then there's air vents on the risers as well, which is mostly in the bathrooms in New York City. And basically that program says that if you're creating these trees and you're doing different things, trees meaning multiple air vents at the end of the mains for the building, that they'll give you kickback money for it. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. One, you're raising the efficiency of the equipment because now we're heating the building more evenly. It's not relying on the air vents at the radiators to vent the whole building, because I've seen that a lot. You know, a lot of the buildings in New York City, unfortunately, and it could be your building if you're watching this, has maybe one little tiny vent at the end of the main, and sometimes that vent started leaking. Guys take it out, they put a plug in it. Now you have no venting on the main line. So basically the way you have to see it is like the steam is leaving, but it's leaving in traffic. So eventually it finds its destination, but it takes hell long. But imagine when you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to take the same trip you would normally take at 11 a.m., it takes you half the time to get to your destination. So I've left my house to go on trips at 5 o'clock in the morning, and within 2 hours, I'm at some place that takes me normally 5 hours to drive. It's very similar that way. And I know it sounds confusing, but if I was to open up the freeway to you and take all the cars off the road and make it very simple for you to go to point A to point B, you would move very quickly. Well, steam is no different. It's created inside the boiler. We do that with efficient equipment, setting up the flame, and then also as the steam is produced, if I'm venting out those mains properly with a lot of air venting, I'm going to move that steam through the system real quick. The idea is to vent the mains really fast and then we slow vent the radiators going up to the top floor. Once everything is balanced out, steam is a beautiful thing. So first and foremost, as my suggestion to you, is in a lot of your buildings, although now they have these different local laws, local 87, local law 97 is the newer one, and all these are coming with these types of upgrades. So there are going to be a lot of you that may watch this that are already in this process. If you're not in the process, we can get ahead of that process, or you can get ahead of that process, not necessarily me, by getting into these buildings, calculating how far the main is from the boiler, how many vents we need at the end of that main, and producing a nice big tree so that air just pushes right out of the system as soon as the steam fills. That's going to be number one for savings. So now my boiler doesn't have to work as hard and as long to produce steam. We're going to produce steam. We're going to vent that bad boy out quick. I'm going to heat those radiators up quick. Apartments get warmer quicker. System turns off earlier. Very simple solution to a very small but major problem. Number two is a lot of these buildings don't have insulation on the pipes, the steam piping. I've seen it a million times. Walk into the basement, I can see the steam mains from the boiler room all the way out. No insulation whatsoever covering the piping. And then so what happens is that the cold temperature inside the basements takes the heat away from the pipe so quick that the boiler has to work overtime just to continuously produce enough steam by the time the steam is, like the room eats the steam in the pipe, to fill up the building. So if we insulate the pipes, again, all of these have an expense, but from the perspective of what you gain from it, I've seen guys get their money back within a season or two, depending on how big your building is. If you have a bigger building, obviously it's a little more expensive. Your mains are a little bit bigger, so maybe the pipe covering is a little bit more. You may need more vents. The vents aren't exactly cheap, but they're not super expensive. So, any of these jobs can range from, 10 grand to 6 grand to 15 grand, but you will get that kickback money from the gas company. I'm pretty sure they're still offering it, and also from the savings you're going to have from the lack of operation that the boiler needs to maintain the heat in the building. So now pipe insulation and air venting, paramount. They come with a lower cost than some of the other things, and they will really extremely help you cut down on some of your fuel costs, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Everybody wants to save. Everybody's looking for an edge. Everybody's looking for the ability for the building to pay them back a little bit, because you're already having trouble with rent rates and what's that, like rent controlled apartments. I mean, we've seen it all. We've dealt with it all. We completely understand the hard times you guys are coming across. Trust me, when your hard times are there, they create hard times for me. So my job as a mechanic, as a business owner, is to feel the pain, a little bit of what you feel, and help you come up with some solutions that can help ease that pain by having the building pay you back a little bit. And I think this is one of those programs. Obviously, it doesn't just spit dollar bills back at you, but in the way the boiler will operate, because simultaneously while we're doing these things, I also set the boiler up to operate at maximum efficiency. That's doing combustion analysis, that's really going through the burner, and that's also making sure that on a modulating boiler, one that goes to high fire but also travels back to low, that we're operating in such a way that when it's in low fire, it's not producing any more steam. So we're letting that boiler run, and it's the heartbeat of the building. So we're modulating back and forth. Everything is working perfectly. Now we add the vents in and we add the insulation in, and now you have this very well-oiled machine that's operating at an efficient rate that's going to eventually save you money. I guarantee you'll be able to look at bills 1 or 2 years and then look back before we did this particular work, or the contractor you deal with does this type of work, and I absolutely guarantee you will see savings. Again, I like to come on here and help everybody. This isn't just about me growing my company or growing my brand. Yes, obviously we do social media to build a brand. That's what it's all about. But at the end of the day, what's most important is that I'm helping you guys find little ways to help save you in your building. If this is you and this helped you, drop a comment below. Just say thank you. You don't necessarily have to use us. If you're in need of these things and you want to request us to come do a walkthrough, by all means, we'll obviously do it. I'm in that business, but we're really just trying to help you guys out. We know you're upon hard times. We know that it's not very easy, and the city's making it very difficult for you. At the same time they're making it difficult for you, they're making it difficult for me. So we're on the same team. I'm not working against you. I'm here to work with you. I hope you got something from this video. Again, these are very small, minor things. I can get you more explanation. If you need further detailed information and want me to do a further video getting more into depth on these specific things, drop a comment below. I will gladly create any content you need that'll help you guys inside your buildings. And for you business owners that are looking to find an edge or find a way that you can help your customers, drop a comment below. Let's get into it deeper. I'm more than willing to do it. We appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, if you want to comment in general or you have some ideas for us for other videos, drop a comment below as well. We love to hear different ideas and different things we could shoot content for. Really helps us, and because we're always looking for new topics. And if you watched this far, we appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, help us get our videos out there to the general public. We spend a lot of time on this, and we're only here to help you. So we hope you have a great day. We hope you're enjoying these videos. Keep crushing it. Keep killing it in your business. Peace.